When did choosing your family over your career cost you everything? I used to be the woman who color-coded her calendar and negotiated six-figure marketing campaigns before lunch. 3 months ago, I was sitting in my son Kai's physical therapy session when Isaac, my husband at the time, rushed in late with his usual coffee peace offering. My 10-year-old looked up from his exercises and said, "Daddy's always late now, isn't he, Mommy?" Isaac's jaw went tight. His phone buzzed nonstop, and when he leaned down to text, I saw it. Coral lipstick on his collar. Not my shade. I felt my stomach drop, but kept smiling for Kai. The next morning, my boss called me in. 7 years of overtime and missed birthdays finally paid off. They offered me the position of senior marketing director, with a salary that almost matched Isaac's engineering income. I called him immediately, and his congratulations sounded like someone was strangling him. That night changed everything. Kai had a massive seizure. Not the small ones we'd learned to manage, but one that left him unconscious. The neurologist's verdict was brutal. Without intensive daily therapy, Kai would lose the motor skills he'd fought 10 years to develop. The numbers made me sick. Even with both salaries, we'd burned through savings in 6 months. I stared at my promotion letter for 3 days straight. This wasn't just a job. It was proving I could build something from nothing, create campaigns that mattered, lead teams that trusted me. But Kai needed daily therapy, and someone had to drive him. Someone had to fight insurance companies and coordinate specialists. I submitted my resignation, crying so hard I couldn't see the computer screen. Isaac brought roses that night, promised we were a team, said my sacrifice meant everything. But then, just like that, within 2 weeks, he was already missing dinner, working late on urgent projects saying we needed more money for Kai. But the money was never for Kai. I found credit card charges for expensive lunches during Kai's therapy hours. When I asked about it, Isaac said I was paranoid from being stuck at home, said maybe I should find a hobby. I watched my former team win an industry award for the campaign I'd created. My replacement thanked me in her speech. I smiled and closed LinkedIn. 3 weeks ago, I found Isaac's laptop open on the counter. Messages from his coworker Lucia, who worked in accounting, filled the screen. 3 months worth. She called Kai our little complication, said once Isaac was free, they could start their real life. My hands shook reading their plans. Isaac walked in while I was scrolling, didn't even flinch. "You changed when you quit," he said. "You used to have fire, ambition. Now you're just bitter." Kai wheeled in asking why Daddy was yelling, and the look on his face when he saw me crying still guts me. Isaac packed a bag that night, said he needed space to think, left me drowning in therapy bills and mortgage payments I couldn't make alone. Kai whispered at bedtime that if he wasn't sick, Daddy would have stayed. I sold my engagement ring the next day to cover his medications. Yesterday I was picking Kai up when the process server found me. Divorce papers in front of everyone. But here's where it gets sick. Isaac wanted primary custody. He claimed I was mentally unstable and financially unfit. His evidence? My antidepressants that I've taken since college, and my unemployment, which he told me to do. Lucia's listed as a stable female influence as well. My lawyer explained they had a good chance in court, and I almost threw up. If I keep Kai, Isaac pays $3,000 monthly plus medical. If he gets custody, I owe nothing since I have no income. He gets tax benefits, and looks like a devoted dad for his company's family values culture. The hearing was brutal. Judge loved Isaac's stable income and 2-bedroom apartment. Meanwhile, I'm living with my mother, sharing a room with Kai. When Kai tried to speak, the judge said, "Children don't testify at preliminary hearings." Temporary order came down hard. Isaac gets weekdays, I get weekends. First week, Kai called sobbing. Lucia makes him eat in the kitchen because his wheelchair scratches her floors. Isaac missed therapy twice for client meetings. Kai's teacher emailed about behavioral regression. I document everything, but my lawyer says courts prefer 2-parent households. Then I heard Lucia at the pharmacy. She was on her phone talking about some facility upstate, how professional care would be better for everyone once custody was settled. When I confronted Isaac, he said maybe she had a point. Maybe Kai needed more than we could provide. Kai had a panic attack when Isaac mentioned a special school with kids like him. That's their plan. Get custody for the money, then ship him off. My son taught himself chess on a tablet and made physics jokes during blood draws. He still believes his daddy loves him. Tomorrow's another evaluation. Lucia will play the perfect stepmother. Isaac will talk about resources and stability. I'll sit there unemployed trying to prove love counts more than money. Full story on channel, linked below.